Today we'll learn how to graph using the slope-intercept form. We'll be talking about the slope, which is represented with the letter M, and we find that on a graph by doing rise over run. We'll also be talking about the y-intercept, and that's where the line crosses the y-axis. Slope-intercept form is the equation y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So to graph using the slope-intercept form, again remember that m is equal to rise over run. So the steps to graph would be first to identify the y-intercept and the slope. Step 2 would be to plot the y-intercept. Step 3 is to use slope to graph the additional points. And step 4 is to connect the points and extend the line using arrows at both ends. So let's graph. Y equals 1/3 x minus 4. So we're going to be graphing, we're always going to be starting with the y-axis here. We're going to plot the y-intercept, in this case is -4, and then we're going to use the slope. So -4 is my slope, is my y-intercept, so I'm going to plot that point. That's 0, -1, 2, 3, and 4, and from there I'm going to apply my slope. I'm going to rise 1 and run 3. I'm going to rise 1 and run 3. And then I'm going to just draw a line that connects those points. And that's the graph of y equals 1/3 x minus 4. Okay, next example, y equals 3/5 x plus y. So again, remember, we're going to be beginning by putting a point on the y-axis. And the point we're going to put on there, we're going to plot a point at +1. So here's 0, 0, and we're going to go up 1, and that's our y-intercept. And now we're going to use the slope 3, 5. So we're going to rise 3, 1, 2, 3, and run 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that gives me 2 points. But I want a point over here. So let's go where I began on my y-intercept, and now I'm going to go down 3. 1, 2, 3. And to the left 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And now I can graph the line. And there's the graph of y equals 3/5 x plus 1. Y equals -2/3 x plus 5. So again, I'm going to start on the y-intercept, y-axis. I'm going to plot my first point on the y-axis. And that's going to be a +5. And now I have a slope of -2/3, so the line's going to go this way. So I'm going to start there and go down 2 and over 3. Down 2 and over 3. And there's the graph of y equals -2/3 x plus 5. Y equals -4x plus 3. So again, we're going to start by graphing the first point on there. And the point I'm going to graph is at 3. Start at 3. 1, 2, 3. And I have a slope of -4. So I need a fraction there, so I know that -4/1 is a fraction of that, so I'm just going to go to my y-intercept and go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, into the right 1. And then down 1, 2, 3, 4, into the right 1. And there's my graph of y equals -4x plus 3. Y equals 6x minus 1. So I'm going to start on my y-intercept. I'm going to go down to -1. And then I have a positive slope, so I'm going to be going up 6 and over 1. Now if I wanted to get a point, it's going to be right around here somewhere, so I'm going to go down 6 and over 1. Don't really have room. You get the idea. All right. All right, number 6. Y equals -2x minus 5, so I know I'm going to have a negative slope, so it's going to be going this way, and I'm going to start at -5. So -5, and then -2. So it's going to be going this way, so I'm going to rise 2. And if it was positive, I'd go to the right. It's negative, I'm going to go to the left. So I'm going to rise 2 and go to the left because it's negative. And then if we draw my line. Y equals x minus 2. So I'm going to start at my y-intercept of -2. And my slope is 1 right here. It says 1x, so it's 1 over 1. So that's easy. Just go up 1 and over 1. I could have gone down and to the left 1. It's little diagonals here. Okay? And then just draw the line. Number 8, y equals -3x. Plus or minus, there's nothing there, so that's like 0. That's a plus 0. Think about it. So my y-intercept is 0. And then I'm going to go down 1 into the right. So it's going to go this way. So I'm going to go down 3. 1, 2, 3 into the right. 1, 2, 3 into the right. Now I need some points up here. So I'm going to go up 3. And up 3. Don't need that many, but it's fun. Okay, and then you draw your line. Our final example, -4/3 x, so it's going to be falling, and it's going to cross at -5. So it's got to fall. So my rise is 4, so I'm going to rise 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If it was positive, I'd go to the right, but it's negative, so I'm going to go to the left. I'm going to rise 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and run to the left 3. And that's how you graph equations that are in slope-intercept form.